Hey friends, it's Ruben with Hi-Fi MIDI. This is Bass TR6 by Sound. It's based on the Yamaha TRB JP2 John Patitucci signature 6-string bass. Bass TR6 comes with new glissando, mordant, and full slide articulations, a new raking sound effect, adjustable bass, mid, and treble EQ knobs on the body, and a massive pitch range. Riffer has also been updated to work with the new articulations. For price and system requirements, please check this video's description. Let's listen to all the sounds. I'm going to first turn off the amp simulator so we can hear the raw samples. Let me give you a brief overview of how the key bed is laid out. On the left, you have a group of blue key switches. These are your articulations or playing techniques. The gray section is your playing range, which begins on B0 and ends on D5. Of course, since Sound samples every string and fret, you'll get multiple versions of the same notes. On the right side are your special effects key switches, which add little details to your performance to make it a little more realistic and musical. Because of its wide pitch range, key switches have extended beyond the range of an 88-key MIDI keyboard. If you slide the scroll bar to the left, you'll see blue keys ranging from C-1 to G#0. The first group of blue keys are your string force keys, which let you select the specific string you want to play. They start from string 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. F#0 triggers capo force, which lets you select which hand position you want your bass riff to begin on. When you trigger F#0, a group of amber keys appears representing positions 0 through 20. Simply select the position trigger you want. This might seem complicated, but in practice it's actually very simple. The next group of blue key switches are your articulations or playing techniques. Sound has kept their standard articulations like sustain, natural harmonic, palm mute, etc. in the same places for ease of use, but has added some exciting new articulations that show off the sound of this iconic bass. A-1 triggers glissando, which in this case is like a strum. When triggered, you can play 4 different types of chords on each note, starting from A0 all the way to G#4. I'll overlay the chord types as I play through them. It's a very beautiful and inspiring sound, and of course, since it's a sample of a strum, it sounds natural. A#-1 triggers a mordant, which is a rapid alteration between 2 notes using a hammer-on pull-off technique. This mordant plays a whole step up then down. B-1 triggers a full slide, as Sound calls it. This is like the mordant, except that instead of using the hammer-on pull-off technique, it slides up and down and is limited to half steps. Now let's listen to the standard techniques. Here is sustain on C0. This bass sounds fat but balanced. And that very low range. C#0 is natural harmonic. D0 is palm mute. You can also layer those two articulations, and the palm mutes are going to be on the lower velocity. Sustain is going to be on the higher velocity. That's a cool feature. T#0 is slide in and slide out, which are triggered when you play it before and after a note, respectively. Here's before a note, and here's after. You can also slide multiple notes at the same time. E0 is legato slide, which lets you slide single or multiple notes and lets you vary the speed of the slide depending on the velocity of the target note. I have to say that this feature works way better than in their older system. F0 is hammer-on pull-off, which lets you play multiple notes on the fretboard on one single string pluck. F#0 is pop and G0 is slap. If you press both of them at the same time, the first, second, and third string will play the pop articulation, and the fourth, fifth, and sixth string will play the slap articulation. This is a standard way to play this technique. Another cool thing is that if you play at a really low velocity, you'll trigger ghost notes, which are used to give your performance more rhythmic styling. And finally, G#0 triggers tapping if you want to play more complex riffs across a wider range of notes. The green keys are your special effects. Let's go through each one. D#5 is note repeat. F5 is scratch. F#5 is the new raking effect, which is when you stroke from the high strings to the low strings while muting the left-hand notes. G5 is a string slap. This cuts off your played note as well. G#5 is slap left, and A5 is slap right. A#5 through D6 are string slides, which are coded by numbers 16, 15, 14, 26, 25, and 24. The first number is the slide type. 1 means a full slide, 2 means a downward slide. The second number indicates the string that is being played. In this case, only strings 4, 5, and 6 are being used to slide. And finally, The blue keys on the right trigger different modes. G#6 triggers auto legato mode, which selects automatic slide, automatic hammer-on pull-off, or off, which will pluck once for every note. A6 is your tab player, A#6 is your riff player, and B6 changes your fingering mode, which you can set to melody mode with a hand range of 12 frets, or chord mode with a hand range of 5 frets. If you're only playing normal bass riffs, I suggest leaving it in chord mode. TR6 uses Amplesound's China series engine, which adds improvements to articulation changes for easier programming and more expressive playing. Riffer has been updated to account for the new articulations. They've also added a glissando lane. Simply click on the dashed line, set the key, chord quality, and customize any other parameter that you wish. But the biggest improvement that has come to Riffer is its complete compatibility with MIDI playback in your DAW. In the past, you could only slide multiple notes in parallel like this. Notice that the notes start and end on the same fret. However, when you would program a note to end on a different fret, creating a different chord quality or interval, it would play back within Riffer, but as soon as you dragged it into the DAW, it would play back in parallel. Amplesound has fixed this issue and will be updating their other instruments. Of course, as with their other bass plugins, you have 3 amp and cab models to choose from, which will enhance the sound of your bass. Changing microphones also changes the sound characteristic. Finally, TR6 comes with new presets based on famous songs and artists that made this bass famous. Let's go through a few of them. I'm not even going to try that one. This is tapping. This is, well, maybe I'll try a little bit. Too much work. But that sounds really cool. That sounds really cool. As you can hear, there's a lot of stuff you can do on this bass. All on one string. That's a pretty cool bass line. Polaris. really cool. And rock you. This is going to be my last one. As you can hear, this bass can give you a very dreamy, lush sound, but it can also give you a very aggressive, bitey sound. I was really impressed by the clear, meaty quality of this bass. The added articulations are a huge plus for creativity and expression, and the fact that Ample Sound added new features while maintaining a similar layout as their other basses makes this VI almost instantly familiar. If this is your go-to bass, I think it's well worth the price, especially considering the range of notes, number of playing techniques, and sound customization options. TRB is a very versatile bass, which was originally used in jazz, fusion, rock, and metal, so I would recommend this for anyone producing in those styles. It has a very balanced tone and can easily be customized to sound the way you want. As for improvements, I hope that we'll see a pick library included with this in the future. Some of the issues I initially found were fixed by Ample Sound during testing. That said, I believe this is another masterpiece by Ample Sound. Friends, thank you for taking the time to watch this review. I really hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you're new to my channel and want to be the first to watch my latest videos, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you think I did a great job with this video, hit that like button. If not, hit the dislike button twice. Leave a comment below telling me what you thought about this product or how I did on this video. Sharing this video takes a few seconds and helps me be on the good side of YouTube's algorithm, which means I'll make enough money to pay my electric bill. You can follow me on Facebook by typing Hi-Fi MIDI and liking my page. Also, please check out my website, hifimidi.com, for virtual instrument program related courses and free Hi-Fi MIDI exclusive content. Lastly, if you are a music software company looking for a demo and review, please contact me at hifimidi@gmail.com. If you're a music producer and want me to work on your track, or you're a filmmaker or video game creator looking for original compositions, please get in touch with me using the same email. Take care.